Hello and welcome to a new adventure. A tale that will span countless worlds, full of opportunities and wonder, as you are pulled from your drab origins and into the fantastical. In the busy city of Manchester, we draw ourselves in now. Street after street of the centre laden with people busying themselves about their day-to-day lives. On Portland Street, crowds of people move with a purpose in one direction, some garbed in elaborate costumes, heading to an event nearby. They pass by, seeming oblivious to a building that doesn't belong. It stands 2 stories tall, the base made from uneven beige stone bricks, some painted over with faded whitewash. The centre juts out from the U-shaped body at the rear of the building. The upper floors jut out slightly from the base, with a slight overhang. This upper portion wooden with white plastered walls, worn but not as given to decay as the base. The roof slants up along the U shape, some tiles missing on the left side, where a small plume of smoke rises steadily. The building was seen perfectly in place in times of old, where auburn knights rode steeds through mud-laden streets. Just yesterday, this had been a vacant lot, abandoned after the building had burnt down. Yet now, here stands a new building. A shop owner from the business beside it stands confused, looking back and forth as if the answer of how this building appeared would become obvious. After several minutes, he decides to enter. He bought this lot just 3 months ago. No one could come along and build something without his say-so, let alone put something up overnight without making a sound. Was it a prop building? He needed to find out and demand payments for this being done without his permission. A bell dings as he enters, the door shutting behind him. After a couple of minutes, he walks back out, looking content and ready to work another day within his little enterprise. He doesn't turn back to look at the building. As the morning moves on, some others stop to enter the building, some leaving with purchases wrapped in paper and string, others with nothing. Brandon, you stop in front of the shop and feel something in the back of your mind pull on you. You walk the length of overgrown concrete to the shop's door and see a small sign in the window. Welcome to Far and Away. And what do you do?
Okay, so Brandon at this point is actually looking for a missing component of the costume that he's going to be wearing today. And seeing that this shop, it's kind of caught his interest, it's a little bit out of the ordinary, and thinks that maybe this thing that I'm looking for might actually be inside. So, after regarding the sign, he decides to step into the shop.
As you open the door, a bell dings from overhead. Inside, you see a wooden interior with racks of clothing of various styles and makes. What seem to be prop weapons hung up against one wall. Shelves filled with jars or packets of food that looks to be hand-wrapped or hand-packaged. You see a counter ahead to your right that spans most of the length of the shop with a door behind it leading elsewhere. The inside is somewhat musty. Dust covers some of the shelves, but you can see signs that people have been here recently. Describe yourself as you take your next action, what you look like.
Okay, so upon entering the shop and regarding its surroundings, Brandon pulls out his phone and opens Discord, and as there's getting a little bit of screen go through the window, he lifts his baseball cap a little bit, sort of adjusts his like a beige jacket, just because it's kind of slipping down his shoulders a bit. Although he is at least comfortable in the tracksuit bottoms he decided to wear today. Considering that, well, he's going to be out for most of the day, he might as well be comfortable. Although the walking shoes he's got still needs to be broken a little bit. He'll need to ask his friend about those later. For the time being, he composes a message to his friend Jun and says, "Hey, I think I found somewhere that's quite interesting to go on the way to the event. You might want to come and check this out. It seems like that it's probably more your thing than mine. But I think, this is probably a good spot to have our first meeting." And with that, he sends the message and just starts to peruse the items.
Particular items would you look at?
He's actually looking for a pair of gloves.
As you look down the clothing racks, you see coats, some thick, meant for winter, some quite light, all in different designs that seem like they'd be perfect for a Comic-Con event. They all seem fantastical or rustic. You see shirts folded up neatly, some on hangers, pants the same, made out of, well, what seems to be very, very good imitation leather, possibly. There are shoes, boots, and you come across a range of gloves, all hanging up in pairs.
So
there are leather, mittens, fingerless for 4 fingers as well.
He's looking for like really fine white gloves.
Whilst looking through the pairs, you find 3 towards the back seem to be silken. 1 in white, 1 in red, 1 in black.
So he would reach for the white ones.
They're very soft to the touch. They seem to be a bit dusty. No one's clearly touched these for quite some time, but they're pleasant.
Okay, Brandon shakes the dust off the gloves. He looks around to see if there's actually anyone serving in the shop, because obviously he saw the surroundings when he went in, but I would imagine he's the sort of person that would easily overlook if a person was there or not.
The shop is currently silent, empty.
Okay, so after looking back and seeing that there's no one there, he decides to try the gloves on, see if they're a decent fit and how comfortable they are.
Roll me a d4, see if they fit. 4's good, 1's bad.
Okay. Not great at all. So 1 for that.
As you slide them on, they are very loose. The finger is as if you have another knuckle. It might be about the right size. It's as soon as you put your hand down, it immediately starts to slide its way off. Sadly, it's not your size.
Ah, damn it. Oh, that was, I guess it's a little bit too good to be true. God, everything in here is so fancy. Why couldn't they just have the specific thing that I needed? I just need this one thing and my cosplay will be perfect.
As you say that, the bell dings. And Jun, you enter.
I enter the building. Try to fix my hair. Well, it does look neat, it's still quite messy from my traveling. And I look around. Probably only seeing Brennan, I walk up to him. Say, Brennan, right?
Oh, hey, John, like, really nice to meet you in person finally. Brandon offers his hand to give you a handshake.
June gives a firm, happy handshake, taking his arm up.
Okay, wow, you've got an enthusiastic whip there. Hey, so yeah,
really cool to
finally
put the face to the voice.
Yeah, it's so weird to actually. I'm sorry, I don't meet so many people in person, but you know, for some reason you're kind of more or less how I thought you'd be. By the way, I got those walking boots that you recommended. Gotta be honest though, how do you break these things in? Like, I've been walking, you know, just. I went to the Lake District a couple of weekends back, but God, the still, maybe I need different soles, a little bit rough on my feet.
Did you buy them a little bit bigger than they're supposed to be? That gives you more space.
Right, yeah, that's probably why.
If they're very tight around your feet, that hurts while walking. So
right.
I always buy them one size.
Okay.
Half a size bigger. Yeah.
Right, good to know for the future.
Maybe we can return them if you still have the receipt.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't like to cause a fuss.
Did you find what you were looking for? You said something about...
Well, yeah, I mean, like, have you seen this place? It's, I can't really say that I've seen anywhere around. Like, you would have thought that someone had posted on this on, you know, Facebook or Insta or something. It's
a new place.
Yeah, but I mean, you know... you know, I'm in quite a few of these forums, and, you know, I know Manchester decently well. It's just weird that, like, this place just seems to have... I swear I've walked past this place dozens of times, but, I mean, the building just doesn't even... It doesn't fit. I mean, you would have thought that there would have been publicity about this, but anyway, I'm glad that you managed to find a place, and, yeah, so...
It stood quite out, yeah. It wasn't difficult to find.
So, anyway, what are you... I assume that you wanted to come along to the Comic-Con. Have you got a costume ready, or do you just kind of want to see what this thing is about?
No, I didn't pack any costumes with you, so... But I don't mind going like this. It's always fun.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, you know, it's, I don't know if you would like my costume. It's, I mean, you know, I mentioned recently that I've been watching anime, and there's one that I really kind of liked, and I kind of look like him. You know, the hair I need to adjust a bit, but you know, other than that, I think it looks cool.
I can't wait to see it, actually.
Yeah. I just need to find some gloves first. I found some here, but hey, how big are your hands? He kind of holds his hands out to compare with Jun.
I hold my hand out as well. It's...
Give you a physical descriptor, please.
Of my hand?
Of your full character.
Oh, of my full character. I'm average length, I would say. A bit skinny, athletic, rough, scruffy from the traveling, wearing a loose blue hoodie and an orange t-shirt underneath, and a big red backpack. Walking boots and loose cargo pants. That's kind of it.
Okay. As you hold your hands up to each other to measure your hand sizes, the bell dings again. Kara, you enter.
So, Kara walks in. She's got long, luscious blonde hair, a nice, curvy figure. Looks like she's never done a day's work in her life. And she's immediately looking at Lloyd. You, this place. It's like she starts looking around for someone to help. You there? Any of you two work here?
We don't.
No. Actually, I haven't seen anyone since you came in. The shop's nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Useless. Utterly useless. I start looking around for anywhere that might be a service desk with a bell to ring.
Away from the door on the right side, there is a large counter with a door behind it, and there is a bell next to what seems to be a old-timey register.
Excuse me! And just like furiously hit the bell. Duff, 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 duff.
Ding, 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 ding. No movements. The bell echoes into silence.
Ridiculous. I tell you. How's a woman meant to get service in a place like this?
I don't
I
know.
pull out I'm just totally ignoring there and just pulling out a letter. I'm reading. Ugh.
As you pull it out, the bell dings again, this time from the door. David, you enter.
So David walks in, and you see a handsome young man dressed in a nice suit. A nice brown colored suit with a brown tie with gold engraving. His hair slicked backwards. He looks around to this place, specifically looking to the building itself. And looks at the people inside. Excuse me, are any of you the owner of this establishment?
Yeah, as if I was the owner, I'd at least have someone working behind this till. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. When I walked in, only Brendan was here. I have seen anyone.
Alright, and then I will walk towards the counter. You said there was a bell on the desk?
Yes.
I ring it a couple of times.
Oh,
Excuse
Bell
me.
dings each time and slowly fades into the silence.
Is everybody here in Manchester impatient, Brendan?
oh, yeah. Actually, I just got a question. Hey, you over there? Are you David Martinez by any chance?
Indeed I am.
Yeah, it's.
Didn't know that was this famous.
No. It's Brandon from work. I mean, I suppose
Brandon.
we've never met face to face. I suppose. I mean,
From customer service?
Yeah, customer service. Yeah,
Yeah, I heard that name
we,
before.
We talk a little bit, but yeah. So.
Oh,
you
great.
doing?
Oh, great. Customer service. Can you help me?
Oh.
I'm just like holding up my paper.
But sorry. What's this?
Daddy sent me down for supplies for our business.
Uh,
Says I need to stop pulling my own weight.
okay.
Totally
Well,
stupid. We have servants for this sort of thing.
right. Okay. Well, I'm not actually. I don't work for this business. I work for the same company as David over here does. But David, so you're. Were you called here today as well? Well, just like to the others, like I don't actually recognize this place.
Oh no, I wasn't called here. I'm just here for myself. Trying to see if I could sell another audit.
Right. So you're just doing your rounds, just seeing if anyone buys. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's how that.
But yeah, for that I do need to find the owner first.
Yeah, I've been here for maybe a good 10 minutes now, but I haven't seen anyone come out.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's you'd think for a new place that they'd be a bit more enthusiastic, but I mean, looking around at this place, I was going to go to, I mentioned, in my latest polling me out of office that, I was going to this Comic-Con today, but I mean, anyone, I'm kind of surprised that not more people are in here. I mean, this place is ideal. I mean, it couldn't be better for this sort of event.
I agree, perhaps.
Yeah. Sorry, I should assume.
I'm unfamiliar with this comic.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to just to assume that you knew what it took. It's just a me thing.
Okay, but I will have to say this is the first time I've seen this building here. I'm still at the desk counter. So then I will ring the bell again and this time shout, "Excuse me, is anybody in the back there?"
As you shout, you hear a ding behind you. and then a sudden thump, and the door shuts.